Queen and Prince William are met with applause as they arrive at rescue center to visit survivors of the Grenfell Tower disaster. Her Majesty and the Duke of Cambridge visited Westway Sports Centre, London. It has been a focal point for efforts to support those affected by the deadly blaze. Royal family representatives will also meet members of the emergency services. Queen Elizabeth II wore blue outfit with matching hat flanked by Prince William. The Queen and grandson Prince William were met with applause when they dropped into an emergency shelter in West London this morning to meet the devastated survivors of the Grenfell Tower disaster. Her Majesty the Queen, accompanied by HRH the Duke of Cambridge, visited the Westway Sports Centre in White City, a venue that has been a focal point for efforts to support those affected by the deadly inferno inside the high-rise. The royal visitors are expected to meet volunteers, local residents and community representatives, while visiting the centre, which is in the shadow of the charred remains of the building in West London. On Thursday, the Queen paid tribute to the bravery of firefighters who battled the fire and praised the incredible generosity of volunteers offering their support. Queen Elizabeth II arrived at the centre wearing a blue outfit and matching hat as she talked solemnly with volunteers and officials. She was flanked by Prince William in a suit, and both headed inside the centre, having mingled with those stood outside. When Prime Minister Theresa May visited Westway yesterday, she stayed for 15 minutes and did not talk to residents, prompting widespread criticism and anger. Conversely, the Queen and Prince William were applauded when they arrived at 11 a.m. today. The Duchess of Cornwall earlier today paid tribute to victims of the devastating fire at Grenfell Tower, which has killed at least 17 people and injured scores more. Camilla, 69, spoke out one day after the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry made personal donations to one of the funds for victims. Speaking as she attended the final of a children's creative writing competition on BBC Radio 2, Camilla said, "I'm sure all of you here today would like to join me in sending our heartfelt thoughts and prayers to the victims, their families and friends, who were so tragically involved in the horrific fire in North Kensington." It also comes after the Queen said her thoughts and prayers were with those families who had lost loved ones, and praised her braveness of firefighters and generosity of the local community. William, Kate, and Harry, whose Kensington Palace residence is just a few miles from the scene of the disaster in West London, responded to an appeal by the London Evening Standard newspaper's Dispossessed Fund, which is providing urgent assistance to the hundreds left homeless by the devastating fire at the Tower block. They said they hoped their contribution would encourage others to give generously to the cause. A Kensington Palace spokesman said the tragedy at Grenfell Tower has left a number of local people in need of urgent assistance. As residents of the local area, they are keen to offer their immediate support. They hope that by donating to the appeal, others in the community who are able will be encouraged to do the same. Meanwhile, in a statement released by Buckingham Palace, the Queen said she and her husband, Prince Philip, wanted to pay tribute to members of the emergency services who risked their own lives to save others. And she said it was heartening to see the way people had rallied around those affected. It read, "My thoughts and prayers are with those families who have lost loved ones in the Grenfell Tower fire, and the many people who are still critically ill in hospital. Prince Philip and I would like to pay tribute to the bravery of firefighters and other emergency services officers who put their own lives at risk to save others. It is also heartening to see the incredible generosity of community volunteers rallying to help those affected by this terrible event." Elizabeth R.